Hey guys, Jonathan here,
And Nathan.
and we are going to play Explore It, the Forest of Adrimon. We are going to play a two-player game. What do you think? What's your hero tonight?
I am playing Carrick Starmorn. He is a Wellspring Channeler, one of our exclusive races, or roles, and I'm going to be a Moon Elf, which is one of our exclusive races. I randomly drew a trait at the beginning of the game, which I got Heroic.
I have not come up with a name for my guy yet, but I am a Realm Crosser. That is a exclusive role that it kind of combines a sapper and utility. I am a Ivy Knight, and I've selected the Wild trait. So I'm a Wild Ivy Knight Realm Crosser. So it'll take me a second to come up with a name for that. So why don't we let's roll to see where the Acropolis starts, and then we'll roll to see where our characters start.
So we got City 1.
So City 1 is right at the bottom. Okay, and then let's see. We start in Enthralled City 3.
Okay.
And then let's wander outside of that city, going in the this way direction.
Yep. Going to the compass right there.
Yep, and that's right. I pointed to the battle site, but that's actually the enthralled city there. Okay, so let's read our racial abilities just so that because
Sure.
I don't know. So you're a moon elf.
Yep, Moon Elves are celestial and ancient, revered as elders in the community. Once per game turn, for 2 energy, the Moon Elf may select an adjacent circumstance card or may move the group 2 hexes after the event phase.
Nice. Okay, so that'll help us get across the map a little quicker.
Yeah.
Kind of acts like a moon root almost.
Yeah.
We could probably double up on moon root and then use that as well. All right, Ivy Knights. Ivy Knights are constructs built by the elves of old, tasked with protecting their beautiful cities. So you probably like find me just wandering around in the city, and I'm probably just like, oh, where should we go? And all right, once per game turn, for 2 health, the damage they deal is increased by half the damage dealt, and the attack is considered piercing.
Very good.
So what's your trait do?
So Heroic is, it's first off just gave me a +1 to my first mastery and -1 to my energy. And it's going to help me become targeted more. It will give me a +1 penalty to my target die for every rank in Heroic.
Nice.
And when I do become targeted, I can use an item immediately. And that pairs well with the Wellspring Channeler, who's kind of like a mix of a tank and a striker combined. So
Nice. So wild. Each time an opponent's energy falls to 0, I'll get a trait point for wild. Each time wild heroes gain a rank in wild, they may choose to permanently reduce their health rank by 1 and increase their energy rank by 2. At rank 6, whenever they deal energy damage, the damage dealt is piercing. Okay, so, and we won't necessarily go through our masteries. I'll put them up on the screen when we're about to use them for the first time, just so we can not have to read a wall of text to everyone. Suffice it to say, I'm pretty excited about playing the Realm Crosser tonight. I basically will be putting us in the Fey Realm, protecting us from health damage, and doing a bunch of energy damage in the process. Okay, so we have we've selected our we've put out all of our cards. We have our relics in play. We have Kedgel's Greatsword, the Starfire Ring, the Figurine of Power, and our Caven Staff. None of the new relics that come in the expansion. So then we have the 8 different destinations that are on the board, and look at that, we've got 4 bounties on the map. So that looks like we're going to be fighting some bosses tonight, unless we wanted to get rid of any of those. And then what do we have on the top for circumstances there?
we have 3 unavoidable events here. None of which are good, so it's probably good that I'm a moon elf. We might be able to adjust a little bit here.
Nice.
Mischievous little devils, winged thugs, and this isn't funny, so a lot of fey creatures are going to be messing with us. We also have the owl bears encounter out here, and then the Ashul's workshop, which will, if we get enough of the workshop supplies, in addition to this card, we can get some gear upgrades from this.
Nice. All right, so I think my name is going to be Canarith. Canarith, the Realm Crosser. All right, so we are going to start the game by rolling for our gear. So let's go ahead and do that. I'm going to roll my gear upgrades first.
Me too.
Well, I got a 2, 4, and an 8. Attack, defend, and second mastery. I will definitely take all of those. That's cool. And just a note about rolling for gear in the beginning of the game. They are gear upgrades. So we are rolling, we're basically leaving the city with as much loot as we can find. So I found a really nice, maybe a whip for my weapon. And I've got maybe a bark shield that maybe is made out of my Ivy Knight. We'll see. Alright, so what did you get?
I actually got 2 to my navigate.
Nice.
I rolled navigate twice, so that puts my starting navigate at 6.
Dude, your navigate 6?
Yeah. And then I got +1 to my defense.
Nice.
So now on to the items and loot.
Okay, and this is going to help us get gold and food as well. So, for Giant's Elixir.
I also found a Giant's Elixir.
And that is also
6 food.
6 food. Nice healthy amount of food starting out. Backpack, elven rations, and trail maps. So I'm gonna use the trail maps right away. So we have tile I on the board. Sadly, no amount of destinations on that one. And that was elven ration, so that's 3 food. I got some gold at least. Do you have any gold?
Yeah, plenty.
Nice. And I've got 2 jade acorns.
Awesome. We also get a starting bonus based on which city we start in.
Yep, and we start in City 3, so that is Connacht. The best apprenticeships for the art of smithing used to be found in the city of Connacht. The sounds of hammers on steel went on from dusk till dawn and sometimes through the night. Each hero also gains a +1 ability rank increase of their choice. Nice. You know, I think that's a tough one.
Yeah.
Increase my attack.
Yeah, I will as well.
Alright, and that is not a gear upgrade. That's just a rank up because of where we start. Okay, so I think I'm ready.
Yeah, me
You
too.
ready? Okay, so I have the battle mat here. I wrote down we're moving at a rate of 4/1, which means we're moving 4 normal hexes and 1 cautious. So let's see. What do you think? Where should we go first? We have a couple of really nice quests up here, or destinations up here. A really nice one too. We have a couple down here by Mraka'kek.
Well, that one's a keeper quest.
What do we need for that one? So a young sprite named Toot Toot keeps watch over the fragment here. Oh, that's a reference to any Jim Butcher fans out there. So he is an energetic and playful soul. He can often be found chatting or climbing with the small woodland animals. He will relinquish the fragment for 2 jade acorns, which I have. So we can go there and we can be friends. So give him 2 more jade acorns, and the next time you visit Elwyn's Grove, he will teach you to climb the great trees. The group gains 2 additional hexes of movement while using the dragonfly glider. That would be pretty good. So I think we should try and get a couple extra seeds before we go there. Maybe we'll get lucky and roll a couple of hexes. Who knows? What do you think?
Well, I also have the trail maps too. So I think I'm going to use my trail maps up as well.
Okay.
And we get one that has, so we got M.
M?
Yeah, that's not one that's there, so...
We do have a bunch of tile N's, but that's okay.
I'll just throw this up here. We don't need it right now.
Well, we could always try and go into this enthralled city to loot it for some gear, and then maybe make our way if we think we're strong enough to fight the second boss. I know it's the first turn of the game, but we could maybe make our way there.
Yeah, we might be able to do it.
We are playing exclusive roles and races, so we are a little bit more powerful. So I'm kind of in the idea that we go there.
Yeah, sure.
So we're gonna move 2. We're moving cautiously because it's along a road. We're gonna roll all 3 of our dice. All right. Well, I missed everything except for survival. How'd you do?
I missed everything as well.
Okay. So then we don't need to worry about getting lost. So now we skip right to the event phase.
Yep.
So do you have the card for the cities?
Yes, I do.
Okay. So going at it together, I'm not going to split up. I'm a huge proponent for splitting up. I love getting the extra gear, but I sadly do not have good skills. So let's see how we do. I made 1.
I also made 1.
Okay.
And it wasn't even my good one.
So we made 1. That means we get a modifier of a -1 to the fate die roll, and then we get to each roll once for gear.
So
So
go
ahead.
1.
1, woo! All
Yes.
right. So that's a hex. We don't actually have the hex dice for the fate die yet, but that's a roll of a hex. You've been fortunate and careful. The mind wipes have been busy elsewhere. So we sneak into the city. We are able to get away from the mind wipe, and now we get to choose one of the items on this list to roll for. I think I'm almost full on food, so if I roll any food, it's going to be a waste. So maybe I should just roll on the gear upgrade.
Yeah, I think I will do that as well. Rolled a 2, which is +1 to my attack, and that is a gear upgrade.
Got a 4. So that is a defend. Not too useful for me, but that's okay. All right, Canarith is ready for the next game turn. So we are going to mark a 1 on the fate tracker, and that is the end of that turn. So what should we do next?
Okay, well,
we haven't lost anything,
right.
So do we want to try and go after the or we could even just stop here and then possibly get a circumstance, and then next turn we can just move cautiously there.
my navigate is a 6. I think I might be able to make it.
Okay.
I'm
So
willing to risk it.
okay, so then we go 1, 2, 3, and dice. Skill dice.
Oh.
Hex. So
Awesome.
I rolled a hex on navigate. So even though I'm very poor, I can probably hardly see the road because I am a plant person. We managed to go where we're going. So it's probably because I can smell all of the mushrooms that are in that field with that terrible creature. Okay, so I missed my survival. I take some food away. I also get to roll the 8-sided die to see if we get a essence vine. So I believe I need to spend 1 energy or 1 health, and I'm going to be rolling a fate die. If I get I believe is it a 6 or 4?
It's a 4.
It's a 4 or lower on this die. And I got a 6.
Yeah.
Did you want to try and roll again or no?
We're right about to go into a boss.
Yeah.
And I don't think I want to do that right now. I want to keep my energy for this boss fight.
Sounds good.
Okay.
So I have one giant's elixir. I don't think I'm going to use it on this particular fight, but let's see what we're up against. Do you want to hold the placard up? So we're going to fight the Death Moth, and if we actually had the story mode going, we would be reading a little bit of flavor text about what's about to happen. Same thing as we entered the city there, the enthralled city. So this guy has what 30 health. And 26 energy. All right. So round 1 of combat. What do you think? What are you gonna do?
Oh. Well, we're both can do energy damage.
Yep.
We might be able to sap him pretty quickly.
Yeah, and if I can sap him, that will trigger my wild ability. So that would be really good if we can attempt to do that. I can either put myself in the Fey realm. Maybe I'll wait to do that until we're taking some damage. So I think I'm going to do realm tap this turn to create a couple of rifts that will create 1 + 1/3. So I'm going to be creating 3 rifts currently. And anytime the realm crosser is targeted, I get to consume 1 or more of those rifts. So I just have 3 rifts going currently.
Okay. I'm going to use Winter's Bite, which will do my Autumn's Harvest rank plus Winter's Bite rank, energy damage, which is going to be 11.
Nice. So this is a magical nature.
Nope, my favorite opponent's undead.
Yep, and I'm good against monstrous humanoids. So we don't luck out. We're not good against this thing. So let's see what it does. 1. So powerful gust, dual target health. Hey, we luck out. We're both targeted.
Yep.
Health and explorer. Each target suffers 2 health damage and is knocked down. Heroes who fail the explore roll must spend 1 energy in addition to defending in order to get up. So we have to roll our explore. I missed it.
I also missed it.
So I take the damage. I take 2 damage, and that means I can actually use my realm tap ability to. Anytime the realm crosser is targeted, she may choose to consume 1 or more rifts and to deal phase slashing. That's my red rank energy damage per rift consumed. My red is a 7, so I'm going to do 21 energy damage.
Well, my ability was if you got targeted, the Death Moth was also going to get the drained condition.
Nice. So it's drained.
Yeah.
That means it's taking extra energy damage, but hopefully if that attack went through, so it has 0 energy left.
So how much damage did you take? Because I had a little bit of an extra ability here.
I took 2 health damage because it was dual target health and explore. So we are also knocked down.
So you're going to reduce... I actually reduce half the damage you received when I used this ability. So
nice.
You only take the 1, but I take that damage instead. But I also gained a block this round, so
nice.
I ended up lucking out and not having to take any damage from this, but still knocked down.
Okay, so it has 30 health left. So let's see the next.
We're both knocked down.
Right, true. Yeah. So this turn, I have to use a defend action to get up, and I believe it's going to cost 1 energy in addition to doing so. So that's all I'm doing.
Yeah.
Defending. Let's see what it does. 3, and that actually pops back up to an attack, which is powerful gust again. So we have to roll our explore roll here.
I succeed.
I succeeded as well with a 2.
Yeah, me too.
So that's good. And I don't take the damage because I'm defending.
Yeah, me too.
All right. So next turn, next round.
But we did get knocked down.
Yes. I think I'm just gonna do a.
These effects are triggering my trait, and I'm getting some trait points because it's activated every time.
And I think I'm just going to use my attack for 7 this turn.
Well, you're knocked down.
Nope. Last turn I was. I rolled my yellow.
Oh, it's Still knocked down.
Oh, you're right.
It's,
Yeah,
the
you're
condition
right.
is
The extra thing that happens is if I okay. So I am still knocked down, so I can't do that. So I'm just gonna defend.
Yep. So let's see what he does.
5. Psychoactive spores. Group energy. Each target suffers 2 piercing energy damage. In addition, each hero gains a random condition. Roll the fate die and consult the back of the battle mat. All right. So.
So the defend doesn't matter in this case.
Yeah, because it's piercing.
Yep, piercing energy.
Yep. So then I take 2 energy damage, and we have to roll an 8-sided die and consult the back of the battle mat for this particular fight. So we are going to get one of those items, one of those conditions.
Each hero will roll their own die. I got a 3.
I did 2. Drained.
Ooh.
Drained targets lose 3 energy during the declaration phase of each round of combat and heal energy only half as well. So this does not stack, so that means we are losing 3 energy. It is now the start of the round, so I'm down to 4 energy left. I'm just going to do 7 damage to this thing because I think that's about all I can do. Well, maybe what I should do is... No, I'm not high enough. I'm not high enough to use my Realm Tap to give us extra energy. So I'm just going to do an attack of 7.
Okay. My trait went up from last round as well, so now I'm getting a passive +1 to my die roll. I'll use Summer's Blaze to deal 5 damage.
Okay. And let's see what it does. Rolls a 5 again. Group energy. So we take 2 piercing energy damage. That means we're going to drop down to 0 at the end of this round. At the beginning of next round, I should say. So we did 12 damage out of 30. We have 18 health left on the Death Moth.
Because I did get targeted once per round when they are targeted by an opponent, I'm going to use an item on myself or an ally, so I'm going to trigger my Giant's Elixir.
Okay.
To use on myself, which raises my health by 10, putting my health at 20, and my attacks deal 6 extra damage. So
now we do have to roll the fate die for that psychoactive spores. So 7. Tethered. I'm tethered. So I am dead.
Yeah.
So tethered opponents, tethered targets, I should say, will die if they have energy at 0 as well as health. So I'm out of the game until we get a revive.
Yeah,
thankfully we are near a battle site. Mm-hmm. Do you feel like running yet?
Well, I rolled a 2. Let's see what I got on for my condition.
Disoriented heroes suffer an increased chance of critical failure for skill rolls. -2 for each time they become disoriented.
Okay. So that's not too bad right now. He does get burned because he targeted me.
For 3?
Yep. So he's going to be burned
so at the start of the round, he's at 15.
And I'm dropping down to 0 energy.
Thankfully, you've got 20 health now, so
yes.
I think you can probably still take him.
And my damage is up by 6, so I can hit him for 11.
Nice.
So just using my basic attack.
So let's see what he does. 1. So dual target health and explorer. Each target suffers 2 health damage and is knocked down. Heroes who fail, and you have a -2 to the roll.
Yeah.
Did you make it?
No.
No. I guess a +2 to the roll it would have been, right? So
it was just for critical failure.
Oh, for crit fail. Okay.
Yep.
All right, and so now you have to spend 1 energy in addition to defending in order to get.
So I'm
back
stuck.
up.
I'm stuck.
So you have to run away, I think.
He is burned.
Right. So what do you think? Well, he is. Yeah,
he's
he
nearly
is burned.
dead. Yes.
So and at the end of that round, he has 1 health left. 15 -11 is 4. He's burned, so he has 1 health left.
Yeah.
So you're defending. It's gonna get a free action out at you. 5 psychoactive spores, group energy. Each target suffers 2 piercing energy damage. In addition, each hero gains a random condition again.
Let's just see what.
So you're totally knocked down.
5.
This thing is like eating your face.
Yep. But it's on fire.
And guess what? Guess what a 5 is? Knocked down.
Okay.
So heroes who are knocked down cannot act. You may not use an item while defending in this way. So yes, you are knocked down. It takes another 3 damage because it's on fire, and its corpse falls on top of you.
Yep. And my giant's elixir fades off of me.
All right. So here you are with a deceased ally. Canarith, the Ivy Knight, is over there in the corner of the forest. Hopefully not on fire.
But hey, we get rewards.
We do get some rewards. So we get a fragment card. You want to draw that right away?
One for the staff, which we are going for.
Awesome.
This is actually a very strong one. This one, our choice of rewards are +2 to second mastery, +2 defend, or 2 power-up cards. And because we're playing our enhanced rules here, the double up, we're actually going to get 2 out of 3 choices based on the charm that we get.
That's right. So let's see. Because I'm dead, I get to take all of the rewards, but I don't get to actually look at my power-up cards until I get risen. So I'm going to select the +2 to purple, I believe. Get me up to an 8, and then I'm going to select 2 power-up cards. I'll set those aside.
I'm taking the exact same things, and that gave me 2 survival and 1 energy.
Now we're also going to get, you can take all the gold. So you get 10 gold, and you're going to have to take 4 food.
Well, that maxes out my food here.
And then we also get a power-up card.
I got +1 to my navigate, so my navigate's now at 7.
Okay, and let's see, power-up card. I'm going to save that for later. And then, of course, we get to roll for the single awards. I'm out of the game, so this is kind of a house rule. I'm going to say you go ahead and take the single awards.
Okay.
Because I am dead.
Well, that's going to put my... at least give me a little bit of energy back here. And... alright. So we actually have first fragment piece.
Nice, and this is also a Fate Tracker card, so that
true.
means we have a increase to the Fate timer. Did you have any power-up cards that had a Fate Tracker increase?
I did not.
Okay.
I just had some basic ones, but we had a bounty.
We do have a bounty here, so let's read that. The Death Moth is a danger to all who travel the old roads. It can often be found feeding on the mind-wiped who seem oblivious to the enormous parasite. The Wood Elves believe it feasts on their minds. Find the Death Moth and destroy the creature if you can. Bring evidence of your trial to one of the wayposts, and the people will reward your effort. After you defeat the Death Moth, you must travel to one of the wayposts to complete this destination. You'll receive 2 gold and 1 moon root per hero, as well as a fragment. Okay, so as soon as we go back to a waypost, and there is one right over here, so that might be a good thing. And actually, I just noticed we should probably close that window there. Yeah, that's good.
Let's just shake it a little bit.
Okay. Alrighty. So then we have everything we need to complete that destination. We just need to turn it into a waypost. So where are you taking us, my man? Where are we going?
Well, we have... that was the event phase.
Right. So that means...
before we hit the Magi's phase.
Oh, you have energy because of the power up.
I did. So I am actually going to spend the 2 energy to make sure we just move 2 hexes from my Moon Elf ability to move 2 hexes after the event phase.
Oh, that's beautiful. All right, awesome. So we get another event phase, and because it's multiple event phases per round, so that means we could use the I believe it's on the back of the waypost card there.
Yep. The Healing Surge, which could use this to remove all conditions, afflictions, starving, and heals all heroes, lost health or energy, or you can revive one hero who's died, raising their health and energy to half their total amount, which that's the reason why we're here.
Excellent. So, and that's battle site number 3.
Yep.
So I'm going to mark that off on the battle mat that we've used that particular healing surge. So I have half. I come back at half. So that's good. Thank you, sir. That means I get my 3 power-ups, and what are they? So +1 navigate, +1 health, and +1 first mastery. I will definitely take those for sure. That puts my realm tap up to rank 9.
Awesome.
And my navigate's pretty healthy now, so that's good too. All right, so at the end of the round then, the fate tracker goes up, and what should we do next?
Well, we could either go to a waypost and turn that in. We have plenty of gold to be able to spend. We might be able to also get some jade acorns there to be able to then complete that destiny or that keeper.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's a good idea. Why don't we do that? Because if we have enough to buy the Dragonfly Glider, we can use that with this quest or this not quest, the destination. All right, so we're gonna do that. 1, 2, 3, 4. We don't have enough to get there entirely, so we are going to roll our dice. I made navigate.
I did not.
Missed survival. All right, so that means we stay where we are, and we have a circumstance.
Okay, so I'll roll for the circumstance. We got a 5, which is the owlbear's encounter.
Okay.
All right, so we move normally, so we can't avoid it.
Yep.
So we'll just place that there.
Okay, so let's see. It can do group health of 4. It can do group health and energy of 3, and 1 target is frightened. Or it can do a single target health of 4, and the target becomes disoriented and confused. I think I'm definitely going to try and drain its energy, because then I'm going to get a rank of wild. But that's going to leave me wide open. So I think that's what I'm going to do this round.
How much energy do you think you'll be doing?
I'll definitely be doing enough energy to take it down completely. The nice thing is that I also have because I'm at rank 7, I'm above rank 7 on my realm tap. I can actually use realm tap to heal our lost energy, and if we have full energy, then it actually heals us of health by 1.
Okay.
So that's good.
I'll use Summer's Blaze to deal 5 health damage.
Okay.
And it will also increase the chance that I get targeted.
All right. So let's see what it does. Whoops, that's 3. All right, so it is a group health and energy, so we're each taking 3 of each. That means I am targeted. I go down to 0 energy. I get to use my rifts now, so I'm going to use 2 of my rifts to take its energy out completely. That means I get my first rank of wild. So I can choose to permanently reduce my health rank by 1 to increase my energy rank by 2. I might do that at the end of combat here. So let's see. And you did 5 damage?
Yep.
Okay.
And he becomes burned.
All right, so he's burned. 1 target is frightened, so we have to roll target dice to see who is frightened. I get a 5.
I rolled a 9, and I have other penalties to that, so...
Yep, and mine would have gone up by 4, so I roll a 9.
Okay, so mine goes up by...
You win, by all means.
I'm frightened.
Okay, and frightened. Frightened heroes may only use their defend action each round and do so at half rank. Roll survival during the declaration phase of each round of combat. If successful, the condition ends. So it's the declaration phase. You can roll your survival.
I succeed.
So you are no longer frightened. And I am simply going to defend this game turn. This round.
I'm going to use my attack, I think.
Oh, I'm sorry. Last round, I had 2 additional rifts created. Because I was targeted, I am going to consume both of those to heal, let's see, 1/3 soul cleanse. So 1. We each heal 1 energy.
Okay.
And I'm defending.
Okay.
So they're on fire, right?
Yep.
So it's down to 12 health.
I'm going to do a basic attack. If he actually hits me, he's going to take even more damage. So I probably will end it.
So now you were frightened, right?
But I did succeed my check.
You did, yep. So you're good there. So you're going to do an attack?
Yep, of 5.
5. Okay, and then we'll see what it does. Where's the die here? 4. So group health and energy, and 1 target is frightened.
But he's out of energy.
Right, so that defaults to the group health attack of 4. I go down to 1 health remaining.
I am down to 3.
And he has 7 health left. I can't afford to do... well, I think I'm going to use my Giant's Elixir. Can you tell me what the Giant's Elixir does? Because I was defending last turn.
Yep. It'll raise your health by 10 and deal 6 extra damage for 3 rounds. Now, he did hit me, and that allows me to do twice my attack in damage, which will be a total of 10.
Okay, then I'm not going to use my Giant's Elixir just yet. I'm going to defend again, because you're going to take it. You might take it out completely. Yeah. So I'll save that just in case. And you're doing enough to kill it.
Well, that was last round.
Oh, right.
He hit me, and I hit him back, basically.
Oh, so then he's wiped out then. All right, so then we get 1 food, and we get to try for a Essence Vine. So do you want to roll that? I definitely don't want to take my...
I'm also pretty low, because I was kind of hoping... No, I can't even use a moon route to get us to the waypost.
And I used the last of my realm tap to grant just the 1 extra. So okay, I am going to I'll go ahead and use it. I'll use a energy to do so. Okay. And we need a 4, and I missed it. So that's the second time we haven't had a chance to get that. There you go. And the fate tracker goes up by 1. All right.
We can move cautiously right into that waypost.
Yeah, and I'm going to spend a gold to heal us.
Well, we'll have to roll our skills.
Yep. That was almost a hex there. All right, so you got all the money over there. I'm just going to spend a little bit on some food. But I think we should get that Dragonfly glider in case.
That's 5 per hero, so I can spend 10 gold total because there's 2 heroes here. So we have the Dragonfly glider, which would be marked as a group item on the battle map.
And I've got it right there. Okay.
What that does is, if the heroes start their turn on a great tree or mountain hex, as their movement, they may move up to 10 hexes across the map. And we gain 2 additional movement if the heroes also used harvesting equipment last round.
Nice.
We do need those 2 extra jade acorns for that sprite.
I'll pick up 2 more, but that's only going to give me 1 extra gold left.
Okay.
So then I'll use my last as a remedy tonic.
I'll also purchase a couple remedy tonics.
How much do you have left?
I still have quite a bit of gold left.
If we wanted to, we could pick up harvesting equipment, and then that way we could synergize and use the Dragonfly glider a little bit better.
Yeah.
Do you have 6?
Yep, I can do that.
So harvesting equipment allows us to get a -1 bonus on the fate die when we're harvesting. So that would have helped both attempts that we had. So I will put that also on. our thing here.
And I still have enough gold for a Wayfarer's Cloak, which will heal me 1 health and 1 energy every turn.
Nice. Okay. We also, because we're in a waypost, we get to give up our card. So we each get 2 extra gold. We get 1 moon root per hero, and we get a fragment.
I'll draw the fragment. One of the scepters, which we don't have, but we still get 2 out of 3 rewards here, which is either second mastery, attack, and a power up.
Okay, I'm definitely gonna take the attack.
I'll take the attack in second mastery.
And I'm gonna take the power up. Oh, look at that, +1 energy. 12. Okay. And that means the fate tracker goes up by 1. All right, we're 1. Actually, because we're playing double up, that means that our fate cycle is now
that's true.
Now a 1. So our first Sentinel appears on the board. That's
I'll say 1
here. Okay, so we also get some extra destinations on the board. We have our first incursion. Do you want to find the?
We have M already, but that means our first the level 1.
I thought that was spawning right on top of us. Thankfully not. We have a destination all the way over there.
So the Mind Wipe Villagers are on M, which was one we already had.
Okay. All right. So we definitely had kind of a rough time, a rough go of it. I think we should definitely try and move quicker. But I only have 3 gold now. Do we have enough to get riding saddles?
We are 1 gold short, each of us.
Well, I purchased quite a bit of food. I would be willing to give up one of those bits of food there that I purchased, the Elven rations.
And I can give up one of those remedy tonics that I bought.
Yeah,
do that
because that way we can move a little quicker. So awesome. We're moving at a rate of 5 normal to cautious. So that'll help a little bit. Do we want to maybe head back here and then kind of make our way, because we could get there cautiously, and then we can make our way over here. We can reveal another hex tile maybe?
If we're willing, I have my racial and moon root.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
We could actually make it all the way there.
If we don't wander. Okay, let's do it. So I forgot to put this completed token on the map where we have the Death Moth. Okay, let's do it. So we're gonna go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's our normal. Now we don't get to do the moon route until after the
same thing event. With my racial.
I missed navigate.
I got navigate, so we.
I did roll a hex on survival, so that means I get to try for a vine, and I got it with a 7 - 1 because of the harvesting equipment. So
6.
We have one acorn, not acorn.
We get a vine.
Vine, sorry, a seed, not a vine.
Sign. Yep.
Yeah, a seed. Okay, so then I made my 2 for explore. Okay, so now we have a circumstance, right?
Yep. I'll roll that. 4. This isn't funny. This is unavoidable. 3 mischievous fairies have played a terrible prank on you. They've hidden half the group's food. Each hero roll navigate. If you succeed, you manage to find the food you've lost from your backpack hidden in the trees. If you fail, the rude little fairies simply laugh at your poor luck. I rolled a hex.
I rolled a 10. So I get rid of all my food or half?
You lose half your food. I got mine back.
Okay. I was probably just too upset. Okay.
So we didn't have an event.
Right, so now we get to use our moon route. I'll use the moon route that I have.
So we each lose 2 energy from doing so.
Yep.
And then I will spend an additional 2 energy from my racial to make sure that we land there.
Awesome. So I'll move this out of the way. I'll move our power-ups over here. You get to draw one of those guys.
J.
We don't have any on J.
Place that there.
Okay. Is there any way we could do it so that we could do it this way? Okay. So because you can have multiple events, we actually land right on that destination, which means we get to attempt that right away. That is going to be our keeper destination. Okay, so a young sprite watches over the fragment here. He is an energetic and playful soul. He can often be found climbing and chatting with the small woodland animals. He will relinquish the fragment for 2 jade acorns. So I get rid of my 2 jade acorns. I give him those. And the challenge, give him 2 more. And next time we visit Ellen's Grove, we will be able to climb the great trees and get 2 additional hexes of movement while we use the dragonfly glider. So that's pretty cool. We're going to be able to move. And look at that. There's a tree right here too. Well, we could even move it right there.
Yeah.
Like you had it. And then that way we can use that to possibly get all the way over to Mraka'kek next round. Okay. So we get to draw a fragment.
Yeah. We got a fragment from the shield. So that the rewards is a defense, a survival, or a power-up.
Defense, survival, or power-up.
I will take survival. And I'll also take a power-up. +1 to all skills and +1 to the fate tracker.
Oh, okay. And I ended up taking survival and the defend value. Okay, so that's the end of that turn. We're going to increase the fate tracker. We are now at 1 fate cycle, 2 on the tracker. All right, so should we move here? Go to that great tree?
Yeah, we should. That way, I think 10 hexes away, we'll be right on Mraka'kek.
Yeah, and we can actually use that during the event phase to try and attempt to get a essence as well. So let's move 1. We're moving cautiously. Hey, look at that. I made survival, which is good because I have no food.
Well, you let me know. My moon elf is carrying quite a bit.
I will definitely need to lean on you, I think, for that. All right, so I don't make anything else. So we go right into our circumstance phase.
1. Ashul's Workshop.
Nice.
You've encountered a small band of forestborn eager to dethrone the Magi. They are led by Ashul, an armorsmith by trade. Bring Ashul 2 of the 3 sets of workshop supplies and he'll be able to create the workshop on any great tree space. Once you've done so, he'll give each hero a free gear upgrade of their choice. If you bring Ashul all 3 sets, draw 2 power-up cards, then each hero will gain twice the award. So
nice. We should start trying to get those.
And that's our first circumstance with Elwyn's symbol, meaning that the portal to Elwyn's Grove is now open.
Is open. Good. Okay. So now we have our event phase. We are on a great tree. Do you want to read the whatever the? I think it's on this back side of the battle site there.
Yep. So the harvesting equipment, in addition to the -1 bonus, we roll the fate die during the event phase on a result of a hex. You may attempt to harvest a heart of the forest, an essence vine on a roll of 2 or 3, or an infused seed on a 4 through 8, which we rolled a 5.
Yep. Okay, so we get to try for a seed. I'll go ahead and roll that, and we get it with a 1.
Okay.
All right, so we have 2 seeds. Okay, so what do we want to do?
So it's the end of that round.
End of the round. The fate tracker goes up, and we can move somewhere.
Yeah. We get to move
10,
10
right?
hexes.
1, 2, and we can go over mountains.
3.
I guess we don't need to anyway.
7,
Because
8, 9. Mraka'kek is only 9 away.
nice. So we use that dragonfly glider to go all the way to Mraka'kek, the mad troll king. Okay, let's try it. Well, we took out the second boss, so let's take this guy out.
Alright, he only has 20 health and 18 energy.
Okay. So let's see here. The first thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to use Realm Tap to create 4 rifts.
I'm going to try to help you with your wild talent and use Winter's Bite to deal 14 energy damage.
Actually, if you want to just do an
you think
attack,
you got it?
yeah, I can take him completely out of energy.
All right, no problem then.
Yep.
Then my attack will just do 6 health.
Okay. All right, and let's see what he does. Mraka'kek does. Where are my underlings?
I don't think he has any underlings.
Group energy. Each target suffers 3 piercing energy damage.
Okay.
All right, it's a group attack, which means I am targeted, obviously, as you are as well. So I completely sap him of energy. He has none left. He is a monstrous humanoid, and I am good against them, so I am actually rolling my favorite opponent dice, and it's a hex, and it's a 4, so 10 extra damage incoming to Mraka'kek. We do 16 total.
And he is burned because he hit me.
Nice. So at the end of this round, he has 1. At the beginning of next round, he has 1 health remaining. Should we just defend? Just see what he does.
Yeah.
All right.
And well, yeah.
You're burned, right? He's burned.
Yep.
Okay, so he does a 5. Power of the Gray Skull. Group health. Reduce each hero's health to the value of the hero with the lowest current health.
Mine's 10.
Mine's 10.
All right.
Mraka'kek's Magic Skull also switches his current health and energy. He kills himself.
Yep. He switches his current health and energy values at the end of the round. So he holds up his skull.
So before you can burn him to death.
Yep.
Before you can burninate him, he completely, by the power of the Gray Skull, he holds it up into the air, and he uses the skull's magic, and because he has 0 energy, he swaps his health and energy, and he kills himself.
Yep.
Oh, that poor guy. All right, well, we get some things at least, right?
Yeah.
We get a fragment, a power-up, 3 gold, and 2 food.
Mm-hmm. So let's see what the fragment is, which is a sword, which we're also going for.
Nice.
The reward would be attack, first mastery, and power-up card. I really like that attack and first mastery. I think I'll take those.
And I think I'm going to take a power-up card and attack. And I get 1 more power-up because of Mraka'kek.
That's true. I got -1 food rating.
Living off the universe.
Almost.
You have a rank 1 now?
Now it's 1.
Okay. Was that did we take the extra skill
We did.
bonus?
Yep.
Okay. Got it. All right. We also get the Grey Dragon Skull, and one of us is getting the Defend. 6.
3.
So I'm getting the Grey Dragon Skull.
I get +1 to my defense. So now the Grey Dragon Skull is listed in one of the Dark Relics. So a trophy from long ago before the Troll King lost his mind. Using this item costs 2 energy. Once per game turn during the declaration phase of combat, raise each hero's health to the highest health among the heroes and lower each hero's energy to the lowest energy among the heroes. But it will also give you a passive +2 to your energy as long as you have it.
Nice.
And if we decide to, we could turn it into Elowin if we go to her grove for 6 seeds.
That might be a pretty good thing to do, because then we could get one of the spirit tether rituals.
Yeah.
Okay. So we also did the bounty.
Yes.
So let's take a look at that. The pixies of the Bluebark Vale have been bothered by the Mad Troll King for far too long. Though he doesn't pose a threat per se, his wailing in the deep of night is nonetheless quite disturbing. They admit to you they wish he was mind-wiped like the rest, even despite their hatred towards the Magi. Travel to Mraka'kek's kingdom, quote-unquote, and defeat the Mad King. If you can, the Pixies will give you their fragment and 1 gold per hero. So unlike the other bounty destination, we actually get this right away. So we get the fragment card and 1 gold.
So the fairies just come up and give us a piece of the staff, which is a +1 to first mastery, +2 energy, and a power-up. And that's our second staff piece.
Nice. I'm going to take the first mastery and the power-up.
I will as well. +2 health.
Okay. So we at the end of that game turn, we go up 1 more on the Fate Tracker. We have 1 round left before the second Sentinel appears. We do have this destination right here.
All he needed was the Grey Dragon Skull. We just have to prove that we have it.
Oops. Yep. So let's see. Keeper, the Briarkin. Hey, he's my kind of guy. Well, I'm an Ivy Knight, so I'm a more epic version. The Briarkin that watches over the relic fragment here is passive and disinterested. He will not relinquish the fragment to any mere passerby. He requires the Grey Dragon Skull as proof of the hero's conviction. The group may keep the skull for each additional unique boss item or completed relic the group possesses. He will give 2 infused seeds. Alright, so escort the Briarkin to Elwyn's Grove. If we do, each hero may draw a power-up card. So I think that's a great one to get. We should definitely do that and then possibly head into Elwyn's Grove. And we don't have any portals on the map yet except for Urgos and Hathowyr. Ooh, Hathowyr, we could open up a new tile there. So let's do that. Moving on.
Yep.
Okay. Okay, I made survival. Thankfully, I missed navigate, but we're only moving 1, so that's cautious, so that's good. Nothing else happens. We have our circumstance.
Yes. I rolled a 1. Amplified patterns is unavoidable, even though we moved cautiously. The realm of the Fae bleeds into our world and is unnaturally strong here. You can almost see the mirror dimension now. The effect also seems to bolster your pattern. All heroes and opponents gain a temporary increase to their current maximum energy value equal to their maximum energy value.
Nice.
So that effectively doubles everyone's energy.
Including our opponents.
Yes. Amplified patterns last for 5 game turns.
Now, does it increase our current or just the maximum?
Their current and maximum.
Current and maximum.
Yep.
Wow, so current goes up by 14. Nice. Okay. I'm at 22 energy right now out of 28.
Okay.
All right. Should we... You know what we could do... Well, okay, first of all, we have to do the Keeper. Okay, so we have the Grey Dragon Skull, so that means he is going to relinquish the fragment because he has seen that we can do some things. What do we get?
We got the ring, and this is the stronger one where it's either +3 health, +2 attack, or 2 power-ups.
Ooh, nice. I'm taking the... I'm going to take the +3 health because I'm kind of squishy right now. And then I'm going to take the 2 power-ups.
I'll take the attack and power-ups.
There we go.
Health, attack, and navigate.
And I got health, energy, and survival, and then a +2 to energy. None of those were fate. Were the Fate Tracker cards, so that's good. Okay, I'm feeling pretty good. So we now have the Keeper, the Briarkin Keeper, with us. We are escorting him, so I'll write him down on the escort section of the battle mat here. And what do we want to do? we could make. I mean, with all this energy, we could make our way to Hathowyr. Even despite her having a lot of energy, I think we could still possibly take her.
Yeah. We are moving 5 hexes, so we can just get there. My navigate's at 9 now.
Okay.
I'm pretty confident we can make it there.
Yeah, let's do it. So let's move these over. I don't think we can actually put another hex tile because of how this one is laid out. Maybe.
Oh, we can.
Yeah. Oh, nice.
We will.
Okay.
So we just go 1, 2, 3, 4, and even that point we would immediately get one. There is a portal right there, so
we don't necessarily have to.
So we could decide now before we end our movement phase. We still have 1 hex of movement. If we wanted to go for Hathowyr right now, the 4th boss.
Why don't we just complete this and get the extra power up card?
Okay, so we can move 1 extra here, and then
and that's our movement.
Yep. All right, got my navigate.
Nice.
So we make it there.
I got 2 10s on my other 2. So I'm down to 0 food. I'm eyeing up your backpack.
Yeah, my backpack's full because I haven't been.
Let me carry some of that for you, sir. All right. So then we have circumstance.
Yes. 1 aggressive thicket.
Okay.
Is a magical nature.
Awesome.
Only has 4 health, 5 energy.
I am going to use realm tap this turn, and that's all I'm gonna do. I'm gonna make me some riffs.
Okay. I'm just gonna do a basic attack for 10.
Okay, squashing it.
Yes.
And let's see what it does.
5 dual target energy. The thicket heals health equal to half the amount dealt. So it's gonna do 4 to each of us.
Okay, and because I'm targeted, I'm sapping its energy completely, and it's gaining some health because of.
Yep. So we both suffered 4, and he heals health equal to half the amount dealt. So he would heal 4, but I'm still doing a total of 10 out of his.
But I'm also doing 10 energy damage, so he would also heal some energy, right?
No, it's just healing health.
Oh, okay, got it.
Yep.
Okay, good. So he's dead.
Yeah.
At least he didn't pull in another card. Is that the one that does that?
No, I don't think so.
Oh, that's right. The aggressive thicket is pulled into another combat. Okay, so we get to try for a seed. We get a -1 to the roll, and I make it with a 5. So we now have 3 seeds for the Dryad.
Yep.
By the way, because we are currently under the amplified patterns, he did have 10 energy, I believe.
That's true.
So I would have used 2 of my realm my riffs to do 20 damage. All right. What do we have next? So then it's next turn. That means the fate tracker goes up.
My explore is still at a 3, so 1 more fate cycle and I lose my explore there.
Yeah, thankfully I have 1 3 and 2 4s, so I'm still okay for this this phase at least. All right.
So we're actually going to move through the portal.
We're gonna move 1, and we're gonna roll all 3 of our dice. I made the navigate.
I did as well.
I'm gonna need your food.
You can have it.
Thank you.
So you're using up 2.
Yep. And now we enter the grove. We enter the grove on the 2nd location. So in fact, let's just move the grove here, just so we can see it on the map a little bit better. So we are moving right there. And this is kind of a poor spot to put it. This is actually not in the normal realm, so we can't actually go out and move around here. This is in the Fey realm. So we've moved 1. We have a couple of movement units left, so we're going to move 2 to go into the grove. And the nice thing about this is we actually get to choose what circumstance we have. And there's really nothing on the board that looks good. I mean, we could choose to take out the Tangled Dead and get a Essence Vine. Do we want to do that?
Might as well.
You're good against undead.
That's true. So we'll do that one.
So they have 12
health and 16 energy.
16. Okay. So I will be doing Realm Tap again.
I'll roll my favorite opponent of 3 health.
Okay.
And I will...
If you just did a basic attack, you'd take him right out.
Yep. I'll use Autumn's Harvest for a basic attack.
10 damage, and he does a 4.
4 is dual target health. This
Alright.
one was actually going to search for the aggressive thicket encounter,
Ah!
and it enters combat.
So that's the one that enters. Okay, so now we get a chance. So not only does he enter combat, but we get
treat its type as undead.
Nice. So the Tangled Dead is destroyed.
Mm-hmm.
I've sapped its energy completely, and I have 2 rifts left. So,
And then during the resolution phase, the thicket, I guess, comes out of its corpse.
Nice. And I go up in my rank to 2. So the next round...
So the dual target health was 5 health, by the way.
Oh, 5 health, okay. So next round we have the aggressive thicket. Are you just going to roll your favorite opponent?
Opponents, 3, just
3.
shorts.
Let's see. I'm just gonna. Are you gonna do anything else? You have 8 health.
I got 8 health. I can do a basic attack.
Okay, sounds good. And I'll just defend then.
Okay.
And he has a roll of a 2.
Dual target energy drain and piercing 1. So, it would be do 3 energy drain, meaning any excess energy that would go below 0 is converted into health. And 1 damage that cannot be blocked.
Okay, and I sap it completely of its energy. Okay. And it's dead.
Yep.
Alright, so we now have access to a seed and a vine. I'll go ahead and sacrifice energy for that. And we need a 4 or lower. And we got a 2, so we have a vine. And I rolled a 5 on the seed. So now we have 1 vine and 4 seeds. Nice. That'll be good. We actually can... and also we've brought the Keeper into the Grove. So let's see. So, oh yes. So a couple of things happen. So first of all, we gave the sprite 2 jade acorns, and he said the next time we visit Ellen's Grove, we now get to climb the great tree. So our dragonfly glider is now moving us 12. So that's good. That's the first thing that happens.
Mm-hmm.
The next thing that happens is the Briarkin. We brought him to the Grove. Oh, we didn't treat him as a target in that combat. It's okay. He would have been attacking for 2 each time. And we get the power-up card.
All right.
And it's each hero may draw.
Yep.
So survival +1. I'm feeling less hungry. All right. So we have the Gray Dragon Skull. I think because I have a good amount of energy here, I'm going to give the Gray Dragon Skull to the Dryad.
Okay.
So let's do that. So that gives us 6 vines. We now are seeds. We have 10 seeds and 1 vine.
Mm-hmm.
So let's go shopping.
Yeah.
We also heal when we leave the grove, I think.
I believe so.
Yeah.
So heroes heal all conditions and all lost health and energy upon exiting the grove.
Okay.
So our choices with the seeds. We could get a green fire potion for 1 seed that heals 7 health for energy, a mana stone raise 10 energy, barkskin brew for 3 seeds.
The barkskin brew is really good.
Yeah. All heroes gain block of 4
for the entire game turn.
And Giant's Elixirs, which we've both used earlier this game.
Actually, I ended up saving mine.
Oh yeah, that's right.
So I think we should get either 1 or 2 barkskin brew for a couple more boss fights.
Yeah.
And I think we're probably close to being able to take on the Magi. We can try and get 1 more destination and try and maybe get
a fragment at least crafted.
Yeah, we're close to getting the staff. So yeah, we should try and do that. And then we can see how we do against her.
So we can take a barkskin brew and
Nice.
spend 6 of our seeds.
So we each have one?
Yeah.
Okay. We have 4 seeds left, so I'm going to get a green fire potion. And what do we want to use with the one?
I'll also take a green fire potion because my heroic trait helps me with that.
We could use the bone. We could get a bone charm.
That's right, with our vine.
Or we could get a spirit tether ritual, which would save one of us if we die. I'm okay with either one. I think we should either get the scroll of
tree walking helps us at least.
Well, but we also have the dragonfly glider. So as long as we, I think we could probably skip the tree walking.
Okay. We could probably get a bone charm. That'll allow us to get to battle sites a bit quicker. And then I'll take up 1 seed to get a green fire potion.
Okay. Alright, we're down to 2 seeds left. And that would be it for the game turn. And now, what do we want to do?
Alright, so we're going to leave...
we could exit here and then maybe go here. And check it out. So we actually have the Elder Gate destination, and we can place those tiles at any time. So why don't we place that guy right here, and we could do that as our destination right there.
Okay.
So we're going to leave the forest by going to the second thing here. And then we're going to move, let's see.
Just right to it.
2.
Rolling everything. We also heal fully when we exited.
Nice. I think we have 1 game turn left of the amplified patterns.
Yeah. Alright. I got my navigate, so we make it to the destination.
Okay.
But let's see what our circumstance is.
Alright.
A 1, blood wasps. So this is a creature.
I will be using Realm Tap.
And I'll just use a basic attack.
Okay, and what do we got? 5.
Dual target energy. If any target reaches 0 energy, they fall unconscious for 1 round.
Well, I have 28 energy.
I have 26, and it had 16.
And that's a dual target?
Yep.
Okay, so it is completely sapped of energy, which means I now am at rank 3 for wild.
I just hit rank 3 for heroic.
Which means I get the +1 to my attack rank.
I got +1 to my navigate rank.
Nice. So you're at 10?
I'm at 10. The moon elf and everything that has really helped me push that navigate up.
Why don't we show off our cards here?
Current stats here. So I'm currently sitting at 13 health and
here.
13 energy. Got 10 attack and 10 first mastery. My Winter's Bite, my second mastery, and my defense are fairly low right now, 6 and 5. My skills are all across the board. My Explorer's at 4. I was struggling with that a little bit earlier where I was potentially going to lose that to the Fate Cycle. I got a few lucky power-up cards there. So
nice. Okay, and so Kareneth here, we have let's see if I can get away from there. Okay, so we have 11 for attack. I have 4 for defend, 10 on Realm Tap, 6 on Starveil, which I'm kind of saving to use a little later. We have Navigate of 4, 3, and 5 for Explorer and Survival, 14 health, and 17 energy. All right. Okay, so let's...
So we both ended up suffering 4 energy.
Okay.
And it died.
Okay.
So that gave us 3 gold and 1 food.
Nice. I will definitely take the food. And now it's our event phase, which means it's the Elder Gate. You've stumbled upon an old, overgrown gate, which appears to have once been a portal, perhaps one that led into the Fae. Astonishingly, you witness a vision as you inspected. A scene from long ago emerges. The land was pure and whole. The Magi first emerged from this very gate. As you watch her, she peers directly at you. Each hero who chooses to look at her must roll each skill. So we're rolling each skill. If one hero succeeds on all three, their will disperses the vision. So we have to get all three of these. That's going to be tough.
Ow.
Oh,
I critically failed my navigate. Regardless, all game, I have not been able to roll navigate.
And it's a 10.
Yep.
Okay, so we could try again next round,
Yeah.
next turn. So the Fate Tracker goes up. Next turn, we are camping, so we would be healing a little bit.
The amplified patterns, I believe, is faded.
Yep. So we go back down to our normal energy now. We get to roll our dice for skill phase. Made
With
that.
a bonus. I rolled a hex on explore, which that allows me to go for a seed.
Nice.
Oops. Which we got it with a 5.
So I'm gonna need one of your food.
Okay.
Because I missed that. Okay. So now we have a circumstance.
Yes. A hex, which is off the top of the deck. Mind wiped mob. This is a humanoid.
Do we have a soul shield?
It does. We
Do
can
we-
choose to discard it, but it does give a Fate Tracker
Yeah.
increase regardless.
Let's get rid of it, but we do have the Fate Tracker increase.
Yes.
Okay. Oh, all right. So now we get to try and attempt this destination again. Only we're getting -1 to our skill dice.
Oh, I still failed one.
Look at this. I made my navigate with a 2. I made my survival or my explore with the -1 because I needed a 3, and I miss my survival by 1.
Yeah.
So we almost had it.
Hopefully.
The Fate Tracker will go up by 1, and we could try again next turn.
Yeah.
This is too good not to.
Yeah.
All right. So same thing.
We're
We
gonna be camping again.
Yeah.
So we're rolling our skills just for the skill phase.
I'm gonna need 2 more food.
Okay.
And now we get to have circumstance, and we
One
roll
black
one.
unicorn.
Hey, it's a fragment.
Yes, it's also undead. I think it's definitely worth.
Black unicorn, awesome. Okay, so we are encountering the black unicorn. It has 16 health, 22 energy. I am using realm tap right out of the gate to create a couple of charges here.
I
Some
rolled a
riffs.
2 for my favorite opponents.
Okay.
So 2 health damage. And I'll hit it for 10.
Nice.
Hopefully it targets me so it can be set on fire.
Awesome. It rolls a 3.
Okay, so unyielding dual target energy drain. Okay, so what that means, unyielding, that means we can be hit by this more than once. So,
So I have a +4 to my die. I got a hex, so I have a 5.
I rolled a 6, and I have a much larger bonus than that.
Okay.
So that's my first one, so I'm getting hit for the first one.
And I rolled a hex again.
And I rolled a 9. So I get hit by both of them. Luckily, my Wellspring Channeler Summer Blaze does reduce some of the incoming damage. I block half of my defense.
Which would be 3.
Yep, and she's... So, out of that, I took 8 energy drain twice. So for a total
10.
of...
Yeah, so it's 8 minus 3 would be 5 twice. So
or it was block, not defend.
oh, got it.
So I'm actually taking 13.
Sure.
Which I used 1 energy for my mastery, and that actually goes right into my health afterwards.
Okay.
Ooh.
So it is now burned, it's the undead unicorn is on fire, and it has a total of 4 health left. So,
and did you apply the burn condition?
Yes.
Okay, well, I actually hit my final rank ability, which doubles the amount of burn damage they take, which is still 1 short.
Yep. So they have one. The black unicorn has 1 health left. With your ultra, the blaze now, is it like a different color? Is it like it's a huge, like this huge, black unicorn is on fire and it's epic.
Yeah.
So like, just don't hurt the forest, okay? All right. So you get to roll your favorite opponent die.
Yes, which will be enough to kill it for 5.
Okay, and I'm defending.
I'm defending.
And it rolls a 5 again.
So 5.
Or 5, not again. Yeah.
So triple target health and energy. Any target who suffers damage becomes confused. So we would each take 5 health and energy. I managed to block all of it.
I did not block all of it, so I am
I'm taking 1 of each.
Okay.
And you would become confused, but that goes away at the end of combat.
Okay.
And we
vanquished the black unicorn.
Yep.
So we get 5 gold each.
A chance at a vine. And most importantly, a fragment.
So I'll roll for the vine, and we made it with a 5 because it's dropped by 1.
Okay, let's hope for a staff. We got a ring, which is our second ring, which we are going for. The reward here is 2 health, 2 energy, and a power up.
I'm taking the health and power up.
Ooh, I need my vitals up, so I'm gonna actually take those.
Hey, and look at that. I get a trait card increase. +1 to my trait. So I'm at rank 4 for wild now. Okay. And that's that. So now we have the event phase. We have the Elder Gate. We are at a -2. Let's see if we can do this. -2. I got 2 9s.
I got it.
Oh, okay.
I got it.
So hard. Okay. Okay. We camped here for 3 turns. We finally are able to peer through the Magi's gaze, and we have 2 fragment cards.
Yes. Here's what we get. We have our first figurine and our second sword.
Okay.
So the rewards here is attack, survival, power up, which we can't see here. Attack, survival, and power up, and then +2 energy, +2 health, and a power up. So we're gonna take 2 of each of those.
I'm gonna take the health and power up. Ooh, I get another favorite opponent.
Ooh.
And a +3 navigate. That is a 2 on the fate tracker. That means we go up to 3. We are now in fate cycle 3.
Ooh, I also got +1 my trait. So
Nice.
I'm at rank 4 as well.
Nice.
Keeping up with you.
Alright, so a couple things happened. We managed to complete that destination. Because the fate tracker increased, we lose that destination. That becomes a mind-wiped enthralled city. So I think you have the enthralled city token there. So we can no longer go there to complete that that destination. We do have this guy here yet we can try. So maybe that's the ticket.
Now the fate cycle hit 3 and you have a 3 in explore.
Yes, so I can no longer roll my explore. I will always be failing this because the fate cycle is now 3. I am partially mind wiped. You can see blue tendrils coming from my eyes. We have to hurry.
Okay, so
well, we could attempt to take out Hathowyr.
we could.
that might be more profitable than going after this, more lucrative than going after this destination.
It's just a survival, I believe.
It is a survival.
Survival on sea here.
Oh, right, yep. So we would, if a critical success, we would get a +1. Ahead, there is a spot where all wildlife acts sluggish. A willow tree stands tall with its branches heavy, reaching towards the ground. A fragment is lodged deep in its bark, and a putrid yellow mist emits from its hanging tendrils. Over the top of the willow tree, you spot a huge creature moving with unnatural speed. Fight the Death Moth here with a +1 penalty to the skill rolls. If you succeed, you gain double the rewards. So,
unfortunately, we fought the Death Moth.
Yeah, so we don't have to do that. I am almost thinking, because we have pretty high health. Well, you only have 2 energy left.
Yeah, that whole fight, that unicorn is what took my energy out.
Well, I can raise your energy now using my riffs. So
Okay.
why don't we do it?
Okay.
So we're gonna go 1, 2.
And that will treat as cautious movement because of our enhanced movement speed from earlier.
Okay, so we're gonna roll all 3. So this is kind of a boss fight game. We didn't know how it was going to turn out, but we've got 3 bosses, hopefully, after we defeat Hathowyr under our belt. All right, so I can't roll yellow, so that doesn't work.
I rolled a hex for us. We're kind of at a loss of health. Let's just, I'll take the 1 health to each of us.
Okay, awesome.
So that way we're a little bit better off when fighting Hathowyr.
Okay. And then we get to attempt to take out Hathowyr. Hathowyr the Great.
Yes.
Okay, again, if we were playing story mode, we'd be able to read a little bit about Hathowyr. We could set the scene, set the stage for our battle. Alright, so she has 46 health. She is actually able to be influenced, so we could save her if we wanted to. However, we've kind of already got the Dragonfly Glider.
And we don't really have much
in the way of healing.
Yeah, so
we could use the Giant's Elixir on her. She doubles in size and gains health.
Yep, and gets 6 extra damage every round.
Yeah, that sounds like a great idea. No. Okay, I'm going to use Realm Tap this phase here.
So we don't have creatures' favorite opponents. Do you think you'll need help sapping her?
I am doing... I could do 48.
Okay, so...
if she hits me.
Okay. Then... I'll just use... Summer's Blaze. So I will be dealing 11 health damage.
Okay, and let's see what she does. 2. Wind Vacuum.
So defend 4 and block 20. So both of our attacks are going to be doing 4. If any heroes targeting Hathowyr fail to damage her, they are knocked down. So my 11 definitely does not.
And I'm actually not doing any damage to her because she needs to target me first. So I'm immune to her that ability. So you're going to be knocked down next round.
Yep.
So I am going to use.
She did get burned though.
Oh, okay.
She did target me with that knockdown.
Sure. So she's going to be taking 6 damage at the beginning of this next round. Okay. So this next round, I'm going to be loading up on Realm Tap again, and so now I have a total of 8 different rifts in play. So I can heal you this round.
I'm defending, so just because I'm knocked down, so I'm getting back up.
So she rolls as 2 again.
Oh.
So you know that way she doesn't. And you don't suffer any damage, so I can't actually heal you until you suffer some damage. All right, so I just have a bunch of that in. So I'm going to use Starveil next round. She takes 6 again. She's down to 34. So I'm using Starveil this round.
I'll use Winter's Bite to at least get some energy in there. So that's going to do 16 energy.
Okay. And she rolls a hex.
Oh.
Read it.
Hunter's Respite. Group health. Each target suffers 4 health damage. Hathowyr also takes off into the air, leaving combat. Each game turn after the skill phase, roll a fate die and record the result on the battle mat. This die may explode. If the sum of the results total at least 20, she returns to battle the group. So she flies off for an unknown amount of time, and she could come in at any point.
Back and fight us.
Yeah, so
okay, so
cautious.
we're gonna I'm gonna leave her health and energy alone here. She would have taken that 16 damage in energy, so she would be down to 24 energy and 34 health.
Now I did suffer 4 health, or we both suffered 4 health.
Yep, I'm down to 12, and of course none of those rifts. I wasn't able to heal us. Okay. What could we do? We could go back here. It's kind of a safe bet.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, and actually, we have a third Sentinel on the board here.
That's true. The Fate cycle did go. Fate tracker
went up last turn. Yep.
So we'll be hitting the next turn here.
Okay, so let's move over. So 1, 2, 3.
You can actually go cautiously through.
Oh, you're right. Yep.
Roads and rivers.
Nice.
Okay.
I'm gonna need 2 food.
You've basically eaten up all of my food. So we need to figure something out, or you need to start passing your survival checks.
Right. Yeah, and we're pretty far away from. I feel like we need to hit up an enthralled city very soon here. Get some food.
Well, let's see what our circumstances. If we're lucky, maybe with this giant fox with spider can. 5. That is the giant fox.
Okay.
Right, so that's a level 1.
All right. So, and we roll this die at the end of the what phase?
Each game turn after the skill phase.
So we have to roll the
right
eight-sided die.
Yep, right now.
4. Okay, so I'm just writing that down. As soon as we have a total of 20, Hathowyr comes back and is going to try and destroy us. She's just circling in the air now.
Yep.
She sees this giant fox, and it's not tempting enough to come back and attack us.
Every once in a while we see her shadow.
Yeah. All right. So I will just use my rifts again in the hopes that I can take this thing out of energy and up my trait.
Yeah, I'll just do a basic attack.
So it will be dead, and rolls a hex.
Dual target health of 3, piercing 2, defend 1.
Okay.
The defense is not enough.
And it does 2, so it does 3 health.
Yep.
All right. I'm down to 9 health and 11 energy. Okay, and I sapped it completely of energy, so I did get 1 trait point for that. Now we get to...
We get 1 gold and 2 food.
Look at that!
That's right what we needed.
Okay.
On that survival quest or destination.
So we're going to roll survival. This is a Twisted Fate destination. I think it's if we have a critical success or critical failure, that's when we have.
Yep. So depending on whether we get critical success or critical failure, something could extra happen.
I got a 7, so I missed.
I got a 3, which was still successful.
Whew.
So we got that. So we had already read this one earlier. This one involved the Death Moth for the challenge. It's already beaten, so we can't really do that.
So we
still get a fragment.
A fragment, and we get a seed. I'll roll for the seed.
6, got it.
All right.
And look at that. That's our 3rd sword fragment, and this is a good bonus one too.
Oh yeah.
Plus 2 attack, plus 3 health, and 2 power ups.
Nice. So I'm taking the 2 attack and 2 power ups.
I will as well.
There you go.
Thank you. Oh, that's just what I needed, and that's what you needed too.
Nice.
I got 2 explore that could have saved.
Oh, it could have saved me.
Jonathan.
I gave them to you. That's okay. That's okay.
But I was gonna lose my explore pretty quickly here.
All right. So I have a +1 attack. My attack rank is now 15.
That's higher than mine.
5 and 7. Okay.
So that destination was completed. Now we do have the sword, which the sword is on battle site 1, which is over here. We'd have to fight that Sentinel. But
We do have the bone charm.
we do.
Do we want to use the bone charm to get there?
I think so.
Sure. Let's do, we could. We're not on a.
We're not on a
Great
great
tree.
tree. We could get there in 2 turns, but we never know in Hathowyr.
You could use your ability to move us there now, your elven ability, or do you have any moon root?
I do have Moonroot.
Why don't
If
you
we
use?
took the energy damage.
Yeah, let's just do that.
Okay.
So we move 2 to a great tree. That means because we're on a great tree during the event phase, next turn we'll be able to use it to propel us with the dragonfly glider 12 spaces if we wanted to.
So that
Fate tracker goes up by 1.
all right. So we're just heading right to the battle site and hopefully forge that sword, so we can move up to 12. Right
Okay,
there.
so we're gonna fight a sentinel.
Oh, we gotta roll all of our
Oh
skills.
right,
Got my navigate.
yeah. Hey, I got survival this time,
Awesome.
and I rolled navigate with a 7.
And we roll the fate die, which I can do right here for Hathowyr. A 1.
That's a hex.
That is.
She is. We have to fight Hathowyr and then immediately fight a sentinel.
So it explodes and once it hits 20.
But it doesn't say if you roll a hex. Oh, this is if this. Oh, okay.
Yep.
Yeah. So
That's
there was
older version.
Yeah, there's an older version. But if in the version we have in the game, if you roll a hex, she appears. So she is here, and now we have to fight her. So she has 34 health, 24 energy left. And then right after this battle, we have to go in and fight a sentinel at the same time. You think we have to fight him at the same time?
I think we have to fight him at the same time.
Yeah.
We went and fought this. Went right up to the Sentinel.
Yep.
And Hathawyr's like, "This is the time to strike."
Yep. Okay, so let's get the sentinel card out. And what do we have for... It's Fate Cycle 3.
So it's got 8 health per fate, or 8 soul shield per fate cycle.
So it's 24 soul shield, 24 health.
And 16 energy.
Okay.
Now we also see what type of sentinel it is. I'll roll that d8 here. A 2. So its basic attack changes to be unyielding health, and it has an additional effect at the end of combat, increase the fate timer by 1. So it's going to be an additional fate timer there.
Okay. So my favorite opponent is Construct. I'm going to roll my favorite opponent die right away for 2 damage against energy. So because it's energy damage, we're doubling it. It takes 4 energy against its soul shield.
Yep.
Okay. And what are we doing this round?
Now it's a tough battle here.
Yeah, having and I only have 9 health too. All right, I think I am going to use I'm just going to use a basic attack for 15 against Hathowyr.
Yeah, let's try to take Hathowyr out before she gets away again.
She's a boss, so yeah.
She's a little bit more threatening.
And she's got a bunch of, well, we could get some fragment, one fragment.
I'll use Autumn's Harvest, do 13 damage.
Okay.
And hopefully she becomes burned. So let's see what they both do. So let's start with Hathowyr. 5. Swallowed.
Swallowed. One of us is swallowed. Oh no, this could be our demise.
Yeah, single target health. One target suffers piercing health damage and becomes swallowed. If any swallowed targets survive and Hathowyr is defeated or influenced, roll a fate die. If the result is even, the heroes find an additional relic.
So we're swallowed and we might find a relic in her belly.
Yes.
Okay.
So let's see who's targeted from that.
I have a plus... Oh no, I don't have a +4. I did not use my ability. I have a 7.
I have a large bonus, so I'm the one that's going to be swallowed.
You're swallowed.
But let's see what the Sentinel does as well.
So that's 28 damage incoming to her, right?
Yep.
She has 6 left.
And the Sentinel does attack number 2, which is going to be his replaced here. Dual target unyielding health, and he would heal for 4, but he hasn't suffered any damage yet.
And so it's 6, dual target unyielding.
Yep.
So now, because this is all happening at once, he could have hit you before you went into, before Hathowyr swallowed you. I get a 6.
I rolled a 7.
And I rolled a 6.
And I rolled a 10. Now I still have a lot of passive bonuses, so I just got
trampled. Yeah.
So I still block a little bit of the damage. Because I do get targeted, my heroic trait allows me to use an item, which is exactly why I had gotten a green fire potion to heal 7 health and 7 energy. But I did take a lot of damage,
So it'd be 6 times 2, right?
Yep, so
6
I took
twice.
12, and then another 6, which is 18. I block a total of 3. That puts me 2-3. I had just barely survived.
With the green fire potion, you have 3 health left.
Yes.
Oh.
Thanks to my block.
We should have used the bark skin this turn.
We should have, but we didn't know that Hathowyr was the bark. Yeah.
Coming back and attacking. Yeah. Okay. Oh, this is getting tough. All right. So I am the only one up. Now, can you still?
I can attack, and I can actually, because I'm inside of her, the damage I'm dealing is to her.
Mm-hmm. Now, are you taking any damage while you're swallowed? Any damage the swallowed target deals depletes the opponent's health. So it should say here if you're swallowed, if it's doing damage.
No, it just did a lot of damage starting out. So,
okay.
So I'll just be bursting out of her. You probably just want to try to hit the Sentinel.
Yeah, I've got 9 health left here. So, but you know, if it rolls that 2 again, it could do a dual target unyielding for 6, which would kill me. So I feel like I need to defend and use a Giant's Elixir. Because you are no longer a target, so he will get me if he rolls. So I'm gonna defend this turn, this round, and use a Giant's Elixir, which is gonna give me +6 to my attack and 10 extra health. And let's see what they do. So Hathowyr rolls a Hex, and the Sentinel rolls a 1. Now she's burned, right? Did the burn go off last turn?
Let's see. Yes, I believe so.
Because she had 6 damage.
That is true.
So if you
true.
if you used Summer's Blaze last turn,
I did use Summer's Blaze last round.
So she's on fire. She's about to take off into the air, and in the declaration phase of that sequence, she takes the remaining damage. Now, I think you get to roll a d8 to see if you find a relic coming back up out of her gullet.
Yeah, even
4.
That is what we needed. So we will get an extra relic out of this.
A fragment, yeah.
But we still have to survive that Sentinel. So I burst out of that, out of her.
And that's during the declaration phase because she died during the declaration phase. So I get construct damage. So I'm going to roll my favorite opponent damage, and it's a Hex. And it's a 3, so that's 9, so that's 18 energy damage. Plus the 4 is 22. It's got 2 Soul Shield left. 2 Soul Shield, 24 health, and 16 energy.
Okay. So, as I got out of there...
and I defended this turn.
Okay, I'll just... I will also defend, because I do have a couple remedy tonics to hopefully heal myself.
Actually, I defended last turn. This is the declaration phase.
Yes, that's true.
So I am attacking this turn with... so I'm huge. Canarith the Ivy Knight is now 20 feet tall, as large as a tree, and is probably as large as the Sentinel. And I'm dealing 21 damage against his Soul Shield, which would deplete him completely.
Awesome.
If you wanted to defend and use an item, do you have another?
I do. That's
okay.
what I was talking about. So
nice. All right. So he is rolling a 3.
3 is that dual target unyielding health again.
Okay, so we are both targets, unyielding. We get to roll. I have a 1.
I have a 9. And then I rolled a 1, which turns into a 6. So we each get hit for 6 health. I managed to block that.
Okay.
And I will use the remedy tonic to heal myself.
And I'm down to 13. Soul Shield is depleted completely. And that leads us into the next round. So I'm going to do 21 damage against his health of 24. And I might be able to kill it with my favorite opponent, and I do. So it's a 4. So unless it does something to decrease the amount dealt.
As a side note, the Sentinel does have a passive, and you dealt some piercing damage to him now in this round.
Okay.
Heroes who deal piercing damage suffer piercing health damage equal to the fate cycle. So this is kind of retributive to the fact that you have favorite opponents.
So I am down to 10 health now.
He has the potential to heal. So,
boy, I did not see that happening with her coming back and then dying from the fire. It was oh my god.
I'm going to use Summer's Blaze.
Okay.
And just in case.
Just in case, so he doesn't heal.
Yes.
All right. Let's see what happens. 5.
That's a new ability. So, group energy. Heroes who deal health damage to the Sentinel this round also suffer 3 health damage.
Okay.
So, it's going to be 4 energy and 3 health.
Okay. So, I'm down to 7 health and 5 energy. And did you do energy health damage?
I dealt some. I did 10 health damage.
Okay. So you would take that as well. And they're dead. They're both dead.
Oof.
So, couple things happen. We rolled a 2. That means we're each getting 10 gold from that fight.
Yeah.
We're also getting a power-up card. Just from the. I'm taking it this time for just in.
Yep.
Let's see. Oh, see? Look at that. Look at that. I should have taken it the second one. Oh, I love it. All right, so I have both masteries +1. Finally, my Star Veil is getting up a little bit higher here. That's good.
At the end of combat, from his additional effect, the fate timer goes up by an additional 1.
Okay.
Now, that was all the rewards from the Sentinels, which we will go back to once we hit this battle site, since we're on there. Hathowyr's rewards. Now, we don't get the Influence Award because we didn't save her, so we get the Vanquish Awards instead.
And the Fragment.
Yes, and we get the additional Fragment. So we get 2 fragments from this battle because I found it as I burst out of her. So
we get 6 gold each. Oh, look at that. We get 12 food.
That owl meat.
Yeah. Boy, I know what we're cooking for dinner in the campfire tonight. Might take some of those big feathers too. Put them in a big headdress maybe. Maybe my Ivy Knight will look a little bit more scary with gigantic owl feathers sticking out of his head. We get a power-up card each from Hathowyr.
I got Mastery and
Energy and health. And boy, I think we're ready to take on Adrimon as soon as we get the attack.
So the 2 fragments are actually some of the better ones, but they both increase the fate timer by 1.
Okay. And that means it's going to be Fate Cycle 4 at the end of this turn.
I'm safe. I've been getting all your explores that you need.
Yeah, yep. At least I'm not going to miss out on anything else. Just my explorer.
But this means we get our second figurine and our second.
Oh, look at that! 4 total power-ups. Yep. Defend, energy, and blue. Wow. Okay. Well, I needed that second mastery very badly. And I'm going to take the defend as well. And then we get 4 power-ups. 2, 3, 4. Ah! Oh my! Oh god! Oh god! Oh god!
I also got one.
All right. Oh no. Okay. And I didn't get any skills, so I'm gonna lose my survival.
Oh.
I'm gonna. Okay. I mean, this is really good for
Yeah,
abilities.
Look at all that. That's
Ho!
4 to second
Ho!
mastery.
Okay.
Or that's even 5.
Yeah. So 2, 3, 4 to my purple, putting me at 15 realm tap. 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm now 15 Star Veil. Yeah. All right. And 2. Oh man, I'm really close to being mind wiped here. Okay, so we have 1, 2, 3, 4 increases.
Mm-hmm.
1, 2, 3. Okay, and at the end of this turn, we will be at the 4th out of 5.
Oh.
So I really need to get my survival up. Otherwise, well, we have all this owl meat. So I think, well, going up against the Magi could be very dangerous with two mind wiped abilities or skills. Okay, so at the end of that,
we have one more effect.
Yeah.
Thankfully, that's the battle site. So, we have the favors here, which if we automatically gain the favor if we so choose for killing the Sentinel there, we don't have to camp instead. So the first one is Favor of the Elder. Whenever you receive a power-up card, you may discard it and draw another. This may be done once per reward source. So that would have been great this time around, had we wanted to avoid some of that. But
we did defeat the Sentinel there, so we do get it automatically.
Okay.
Right. So we get that favor.
Yeah. Now we do have the Healing Surge, which we probably want to use.
Yep.
We're pretty low.
And this is number, what, 1?
So that will heal us fully.
Okay.
And finally, this is for the sword, which, we obviously were going for because we had all 3.
So why don't you take it? I actually have an 18 for my rank in attack.
I've got 15, so the way this works is we just ended up discarding these, and the hero who is taking it will get the sword. The only requirement is that they have a 6 in their attack. Mine's at 15, so I can wield it. Now this also gives a wielder bonus of +5, so that actually puts my attack 220 as long as I have the sword.
Nice. Okay. So I think we are probably ready to take on the Magi. It's going to be risky for me because at the end of this turn, it had gone up to Fate Cycle 4, and we're 4 out of 5 on the Fate tracker. So that means at the end of next turn, this will be a 5, and I will have lost my survival. So what do we want to try it? Should we go after her? We're at full.
Yeah.
I think we could probably do it.
It's probably the best time. Things have been kind of going a little downhill, so.
And I'm making 6 rifts a turn, and now I can when I use Star Veil, which is my second mastery, we actually are doing energy drain. So that will be handy as well. Okay, so we're going to move along the roads. We're going to go 1, 2, 3. We are entering the Magi's Acropolis. So let's grab her card here. Should be at the bottom.
I've got it right here. So we are fighting the Magi. 120 soul shield and 120 energy.
Now, we are fighting her on the starter difficulty. We haven't increased the difficulty at all. Do we want to press our luck and try and complete the game on a little harder difficulty?
If you really feel like it, if you think we can do it.
I mean, if we did, the only thing I think we would have to go to moderate so that she gets her her passive ability. We could show that off a little. It would be definitely hard. I think we would probably die, but I do have a couple of potions in my pack. We also have Barkskin brew. So I think we should use the Barkskin brew during the movement phase. So we now have a block ability. Yep. So we're blocking for each round of combat. So that'll help a little bit. What do you think? Moderate?
Sure. Let's go on moderate.
So this is where we are gonna end. We're gonna totally die, and our viewers will probably cackle maniacally as they watch the poor Ivy Knight Realmcrosser and the Moon Elf Wellspring Channeler.
Yeah. So let's read off what moderate actually is. It's a little different from Valley.
Yeah. So moderate, it gives our opponents plus 10 vitals per hero. So she would be getting an extra 20. So she's at 140 instead of 120. Plus 1 damage dealt and plus 1 skill penalty to the heroes, as well as she gains a passive. All right. Now, again, in story mode, we would have a different paragraph that you would be able to read at the end of the game based on difficulty that you complete the game on. Also, some extra other factors that may change that as well. So 140 damage.
Which we have to do twice.
Yes. So she has 280 if we factor in her soul shield. All right. So I'm going to use Realm Tap to create 6 rifts in the first turn in the first round of combat.
She also is a construct, which you are a favorite opponent for.
Yes. Yes. 5. So she's going to take 10 energy damage, depleting her shield by 10. We do have a relic in play, so I believe her soul shield
5 soul shield
goes down by 5. So she's at 125 right out of the gate. And what are you doing with your Moon Elf?
I think I can do the most damage against her soul shield if I use a Winter's Bite, which will do a total of 28.
Okay. And let's see what she does. She's gonna kill us with a hex.
Soul Laced.
Oh no!
This one's a bad one. We do not have the Scepter, which would lower that effect.
Yeah. Okay. You wanna read it?
Yep. So dual target, which obviously
both
is both
of
of
us.
us. 2 targets become Soul Laced to the Magi. Soul Laced heroes do not suffer any damage from favorite opponent relic bonus damage dealt to the Magi's soul shield. If a Soul Laced hero would be the target of this ability, they become disoriented. So the Soul Laced condition reads that...
Sure, so the Soul Laced targets are bound to the life force of their opponent. The opponent recovers their soul shield equal to the target's maximum vitals. All Soul Laced targets suffer an equal amount of energy drain split evenly between them when the soul shield sustains damage. This condition ends when the opponent loses their soul shield. Yep. So really, we need to run from this battle. I don't think there's any way that we can do this because we haven't been able to. I mean, unless we just wait it out and do some damage here with my construct, but.
Fate Tracker did go up by 1 this round.
It did. So I'm it's a 5. Okay, so I've lost my survival. At least I can still flee.
Yeah.
What do you think?
Let
me read this here. Just a second. Okay, we have the Bone Charm. So we. Oh nope, that was a usable once per game. Yep. So that's not a permanent item. Okay. What do you think? What do you think we should do? I think we're in a position where we can't come back from this because she's going to be dealing. Whenever we hit her, we're going to be dealing damage to us.
Yep. Basically, any damage we deal is split between us. So
no, she does have. Well, she would have gained. Well, let's figure out what.
Gained a lot. She would have gained 37 from me.
And she would have gained 30. This is a 19. Okay, let me just...
That looks like 37 again.
Yeah, so that's a lot. Boy.
So 74.
Plus 125 minus the 28. So she would have 171.
Yeah.
Well, what we could do, I could continue to build up my realm tap. And then what would happen... Okay, this is our plan. This is our plan. Okay, I can continue to create rifts. I have 6. So next turn, next round, I'm gonna do that again. I'm gonna create 6 more rifts. I can choose at any time I'm targeted to expend those rifts and do 18 attack damage, which would apply to her soul shield. Now, I would take it as energy drain too, but it's all one attack, so I could feasibly, if I get enough rifts created, I could feasibly take her soul shield down completely. I would die, you would be left alive, and then you would have to take her down to 140. Good plan?
Sure.
All right, let's do it. Okay. So this turn, I'm going to create 6 rifts. I now have 12 created. And what does she do? What are you doing?
Yeah, let's see. Well, first she loses 5 soul shield from the sword.
Okay.
Just that passive effect.
And so she's down to 166. I'm going to roll my favorite opponent, which is 4 energy. So that's 8 total. So she goes down to 158.
The Winter's Bite did put the drained condition on her soul shield.
Okay.
So she lost 3 right there.
Okay. Energy though, so
3 energy, which is still 3 energy.
3 155. All right. Okay.
So Summer's Blaze, I guess I'll do for 20.
All right, Summer's Blaze for 20. You actually want to do damage to her because you're gonna take it.
Okay, I'll pass. I'll pass on that one. I'll just defend and hope for the best.
If we had the relic for this particular ability, we would have been able to get by the Soul Ace. But because we didn't build that relic, we are fighting her at a disadvantage. Yep. Okay, so so what are you doing? You're gonna defend?
I'm just gonna defend.
Okay, what does she do? 2. She rolls a 2.
Spatial Distortion. Okay, so this is the ability we do have the sword for. So the ability states the Magi creates rifts around her. Heroes who attack the Magi strike the rifts instead. Reflect all damage done to the Magi this round. A successful explore check reduces damage reflected in half. Okay. Now the sword states when the Magi uses spatial distortion while the wielder is attacking her, which I'm not, the sword cuts through the portals. The Magi doesn't reflect any damage and instead defends.
Right. So she's taking conditional damage, so that isn't gonna be okay. So next round, I am going to use Realm Tap one more time, and I have a plan. I have a good plan here.
Now remember, passive is also up in the Fate timer. So
yeah, so it's up to it's one more, right?
Yep.
Okay. Well, I have a little bit of time left. So I now have 18 rifts. I'm opening rifts all across the room. All right, and I get to roll favorite opponent, which is 5.
And then the sword also deals 5.
And that's actually going to be converted to energy, which will be 10. So we're going down to 140. So she's back down. Okay, so next round. This is going to be tough. I don't know that we're going to be able to do this, but let's try it out here. I think I have a plan. We're executing it. We have to now roll to see what ability she's using. So I had just done Realm Tap to get another 6 rifts, and you are defending again. Mm-hmm. And we've already done our soul shield damage. She's down to 140 soul shield. She rolls a 2.
So again, that would have been a reflect all the damage.
Okay, well thankfully we didn't do any damage this turn. Okay, So I have 18 rifts created. This turn, and of course she can't actually. I'm gonna use Star Veil on you.
Okay.
So this turn, I open a portal into the Fey realm around one hero. While this target has energy, they are immune to health damage, and any health damage they deal is converted to energy damage instead. Their attacks also gain a damage boost equal to Star Veil rank, so your attacks are going to go up by 15. And then your base cost of your masteries go down by 1.
Okay, so they're to a minimum of 1.
Yep, and also this is actually energy drain damage that you would be dealing, not just energy damage.
Okay.
So you are now in the Fey realm, and your attacks are boosted by 15 damage. You
Nice.
are doing energy damage, and you are immune to health damage.
Awesome.
All right, so we have the favorite opponent dice, 5 damage to energy. That is 10 total.
And then 5 from Ketchel's Greatsword.
So she's down to 125. So that was what I did this turn. What are you doing?
Well,
We do have bark skin, so we could block like 4 damage, but our attack is they're so high that.
and as soon as I hit, I'm going to lose a lot of my energy and be pulled right out of the Fey realm.
Right. And I only have 12 energy left as well. I feel like this is going to hurt. So, do you want to defend again this round?
Yeah, I'll defend again. This round.
Okay. So you're defending, and she does a 4.
Burning Time. Okay, so
So we go up on the fate tracker for this one, right?
Yep.
Okay.
From her passive. Group Health and Survival. The Magi violently disrupts time. Each hero loses their 3 highest valued, gold costed gear upgrades and suffer health damage equal to the gold cost of those upgrades. Any healing the heroes receive this turn is negated. Those who fail survival also become burned.
Oh no. So I'm taking 13 damage as these are going and hitting me. That drops me down to 6 health left.
Well, we still have to roll survival.
I miss.
So you become burned.
Yeah.
I rolled a hex, so I managed to succeed that, even with penalties.
Okay.
But I suffered 12. Well, I'm not. This only healing is negated from this ability, but the health damage, I guess, does get negated.
Yes, so your health damage is negated.
Yep.
For sure, because you're in the Fey realm currently.
I did lose those gear upgrades though.
Mm-hmm.
So that meant my stats went down a bit.
Okay, so I'm gonna die in 2 rounds. So I think this next turn, I am going to deplete her soul shield.
So let's see how much. I mean, we lose.
That's gonna do damage to us too,
Yeah.
because we're soul laced to her, and we have no way to get it off. You know what we should have done? We should have gotten a one of the fawn charms.
Yeah, that would have helped.
That would have helped. Okay, so I will.
You have your favorite opponent in Kedrill's Great Sword. That will at least mitigate something.
1
Okay,
and
so that's
2 plus 5 is 7. So she goes down to 118, and I could use. Well, she has to hit me first. She hit me last turn. Okay, I'm not gonna do it until she hits me. So then I guess this turn I could use Starveil on myself. I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna use Starveil on myself because that means it's energy drain. but because the soul shield is its own target, it doesn't bleed into her. Okay, she's protected. All right, I'm going to use Starveil on myself. I am now in the Fey realm as well as you. So you want to roll to see what she does? Or what are you doing?
I'm thinking. One of my abilities can redirect damage onto me.
Okay.
So if she does do this, I'd be able to redirect half the damage you would receive onto me.
And would I still be a target? Because I could.
If you get targeted, that's when it triggers.
Okay. So then my thing could trigger on her too.
So then the damage you deal to her would then retroactively go to you, but then I get half of that back, which could save you.
Okay.
However, then it's you against the Magi because I'm probably not going to survive that if we decide to do that.
Well, and unfortunately, I'm burned, so I am...
Oh, you only have a few rounds left.
Yeah, I only have 2 rounds left, so I would need to defend the next... So really, I'm immune to health damage while I have energy, so my burn would go away. The condition would be because this says they are immune to health damage.
So you probably have the burn condition.
I'm still burned, but I'm not taking any damage.
So as long as you have energy, you're not doing that. And I do have a remedy tonic, so if I do defend, I could restore that burned condition off of you.
Yeah, we should probably do that. So I already rolled favorite opponent. We depleted her favorite opponent. I'm using Starveil. What do you think?
I'll defend, and hopefully I can use a remedy tonic on you.
Let's see if she kills us. 5. Pattern eradication. All right. So I think if she targets me, then I would be doing some damage to her.
So this is group all skills. Those who critically fail 1 skill may not be healed this round. Those who critically fail 2 skills have their health drop to 0 instead of taking damage this round. Additionally, each hero has their action rank and reduced and suffers health and energy damage equal to a third of the total result. So
I have 2 automatic failures, which means I am going to drop to 0 health. So I would need some other way to raise my health at the same time. You could use the remedy tonic on me to bring me back up.
But you can't be healed.
I can't be healed because of her ability.
Yep.
Okay.
One critical failure means you can't be healed. 2 means you
brutal.
are also at 0 because you were just short of being mind wiped.
Yep. And look at this. It's 1 away from 6. Phase cycle.
I'm still okay, but in a few more rounds, that was gonna take you.
Okay, so here's what happens. I'm going to die, but I'm going to be able to use Realm Tap to take her Soul Shield down completely. Now, the damage that I deal is converted energy damage, and they get a damage boost equal to Starveil rank. So my phase slashing goes from an 18 all the way up to a 32. So I could, in 1 attack, deal 4 times 32 is 128 health damage, energy damage. So she would take 128 energy drain, which would then drop her to 0. Her soul shield is now gone, and because we are soul laced, you would take some damage too.
Yep, so we were suffering, that's 64 energy drain.
And I don't have any way of bringing you back. Do you have anything? What about the sword? Can the sword...
Unfortunately not. We needed a couple other ability relics to be able to counter that exact effect.
So we perished. We went up against the Magi. She was too much for us. She soul laced us in the first. Wasn't it the first round of the battle? Brutal. So Canarith, the Ivy Knight, Realm Crosser, and what was your name?
Carrick, Starmorn, the Moon Elf, Wellspring Channeler.
Oh no! So we didn't make it. Maybe next time. Now we did increase the difficulty to moderate. We also chose to fight the Magi with only one with only one of the relics. We were close to getting 2 more relics, so we were very close to having 3. Which in this case would have actually helped us, against the Magi as well. So, had we been a little bit more prepared, we could have taken her out. Hey guys, so I hope you guys had a great time watching. Despite our agonizing loss, we had a lot of fun playing. Quite a bit happened during the game. There were some highlights that we could kind of go over. What was your favorite part of this game?
I think Mraka'kek killing himself right before we could finish the job.
Yeah, that round.
Yeah, having his one ability that lets him switch his maximum or his current health and his current energy after we sapping him is a fun mechanic.
Yeah.
The other highlight I think was Hathowyr coming out of her at the last round as she swallows me, and I feel like I burst out of her. And
while she's on fire. While she's on fire, and I was starving to death, so we were able to get the owl, that poor owl, and I would have loved to have been able to save Hathowyr too. We didn't show off any of the influencing mechanic. We had a great time. I mean, dying to the Death Moth, the first game turn, second game turn, I think it was, after we had cleared the enthralled city, and then having to be able to be right there at the battle site in order to bring me back alive, so that was pretty cool. We entered Elwyn's Grove, we got some items. We didn't get the item that would have saved us in the end battle. We ended up not purchasing the Fawn's Charm, but I don't think we actually had enough to buy it. So I think
we only had the 1 volume.
Right, we needed 2. So anyway, we had a great time playing. We hope you had a great time watching, and thanks for supporting the game. There's so much more content that we didn't show you guys. Obviously, we fought 3 of the 10 bosses. Well, 4 if you include with Adrimon. We were able to use traits in the game, and that increased our abilities, gave us a passive ability that we were able to rank up as we played. We went through the power-up deck, almost half the deck, and we really only touched maybe 10 to 15 of the circumstances, and maybe 8 to 10 of the destinations.
Yeah, I got through a good amount of destinations, but...
So yeah, so thanks again for watching.